Oh my God, I'm glad that tattoos are like becoming more acceptable, you know? Truth is, humans have marked their bodies with tattoos for thousands of years. As far back as we find human bodies, we find tattoos across every culture. It wasn't taboo in Western culture until the first Christian emperor of Rome, Constantine, in 316 AD banned face tattoos because he said it changed that which God had made perfect. Tattoos became unpopular in Japan from 700 to 1700 because tattoos were used as a form of punishment to mark criminals. But in Russia in the year 900, a visiting official from the Arabian Peninsula met men covered from neck to fingers with tattoos. In the 3rd century, Ptolemy IV, the Macedonian Greek monarch that ruled Egypt, had tattoos of ivy leaves to symbolize his devotion to Dionysus. 2,200 years ago, the Greeks and Romans marked cult members, criminals, slaves, and gladiators. Slaves were marked to show they paid their taxes. And in the pre-Viking early Middle Ages, ancient Britons, Celts, Dacians, and Gauls all had high-status tattoos. The Romans even named one tribe the Picts, meaning the painted people. In Siberia, a 2,400-year-old Scythian male body, discovered in ice, covered in mythical creatures, and a woman with tattoos on her shoulders, wrist, and thumb, was found at a tomb in Altai. The Greek writer Herodotus in the 5th century stated that amongst the Scythians and Thracians, tattoos were a mark of nobility, and not to have them was a testimony of low birth. This is the tattooed right hand of a Chiribaya farmer from 3,300 years ago from the Port of Hilo in southern Peru. And a male mummy from the Chinchorro civilization in pre-Incan Peru has a dotted mustache tattoo on his upper lip from 4,300 years ago. At the same time, the Egyptians painted pictures of the male leaders of Libya with geometrical tattoos on their arms and legs. The people of Samoa, the Philippines, Thailand, the Maori of New Zealand, and Inuit tribes around the Bering Sea have been tattooing for thousands of years. The latter, 3,500, that we have evidence of. In ancient Egypt, there are many scenes and figurines depicting women with tattoos because getting tattooed was exclusively a female practice. Some of their tattoos seem to be protective symbols during pregnancy and childbirth. Besides depictions of Bez, the god of childbirth, on their thigh, there was often a net-like dot pattern, mostly around the abdomen on top of the breasts and thighs, which during pregnancy would expand in a protective fashion the way bead nets were placed over the mummies to protect them and kind of keep everything in. The Jebelaim woman and man south of Luxor were found to have the first picture tattoos 5,000 years ago. Bronze tattoo tools from 3,500 years ago, in Garoba, northern Egypt, and Otzi the Iceman, a 5,200-year-old frozen mummy from the Italian-Austrian border, had dots and small crosses on his lower spine, right knee, and ankle joints, which had strain-induced degeneration, suggesting that they were acupressure points. This current time isn't even the first time tattoos have made a comeback. During the Victorian era in Britain, English Captain James Cook and his crew brought tattoos back from Tahiti, taken from the Tahitian word tatau. So tattoos always have and will persist, as long as humans can make marks in their skin. So the next time somebody fucking says